So I'm going to add a steering stabilizer to Gilligan. I did not have one. Didn't think I needed one. I had a little incident in the rain the other day going down the street where I hit a pretty deep puddle on one half of the road, and it pretty much sucked the steering wheel right out of my hand, and I ended up in somebody's front yard. So, because of the whole front end setup on this, there isn't really anything that bolts right in. So I looked at some different options, some stock Jeep JKU stuff. The piece that goes over the center link is not the right diameter. Got that big 1-ton, 1.5-inch link down there. So a buddy of mine had this Rough Country JK stabilizer kit. It's a dual setup, but the way it works, looks like it's almost going to bolt right on. They use some U-bolts on this bracket to go around the axle tube right next to the differential. They're a little smaller, so I got some 2 3/4-inch exhaust clamps. Just grab some of these, and instead of squeeze them down a little bit to get them to fit in this bracket here, and I'm going to see if I can squeeze them over the axle tube and see how this works. So here is the bracket that goes on the link. Fits over it just fine. This stabilizer, it's a Rough Country. It has like 7 7/8 stroke to it. I'm looking at the James Duff website, looking at the stabilizers that they sell for these trucks and the early Broncos. They specify 8 inches of travels needed. Hopefully this is close enough. We'll find out here shortly. So I have the shock set up in the middle of its stroke. The wheels are pointed straight. So I'm going to see if I can get this other bracket bolted up to the differential there, or the tube there. Alright, there it is. It works. Bolted on. This bracket here, U-bolted right around the axle tube, up tight to the pig. I got just barely enough clearance there. I may trim off the bottom of that bolt. I've turned it hard left, hard right. I got enough travel. Everything clears. I put a jack and lifted this side of the axle just to see if that was going to get any closer right there, but it looks like it's going to have enough clearance. I'll have to take it out back and maybe drive it up on my trailer one side at a time and really stuff each corner and check the clearance, but looks pretty good so far. I'm going to take it for a test drive and see how it feels. Well, it definitely tightened up the steering, but it also definitely did not get rid of the little wandering that I have. I'm still having to make little adjustments to keep it going straight down the road here. So I don't know if this was worth the time to put it on or not, but whatever, it's on. It definitely did tighten up the steering, so hopefully it won't suck the steering wheel out of my hand like it did before, but yeah, it's still, I don't know, maybe it's just into my alignment. I need to dial it a little better. So, oh well, there it is. This part of the video is a couple days later. I finally got around to checking some things on the truck, and I discovered that the tie rod that goes in the pitman arm there had a bunch of slop in it. Apparently when I reamed it, I guess I might not have gone deep enough, and where it comes out the top there, it looks like it was kind of bottoming out early, so I had to ream it out a little bit deeper to suck that tie rod up a little tighter, and it took out a whole bunch of slop that was there that I didn't realize. And the other thing was I checked the alignment on the truck, and I was towed out about 1 1/8 inches, which I think was way too much. So I cranked it into just a 1/2 inch of tow, took it for a cruise today, and it drove a bunch better. No more wandering. Everything feels pretty darn good. So I think we'll call that a success. And tonight I'm taking on another project to complete the whole early Bronco theme on this. So stay tuned to the next video.